Beat Making Basics.
What's going on YouTube? Beat Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to my channel, please do me a favor. Go ahead and subscribe as well as give me a thumbs up because we're coming back with bangers. Okay, so check this out, man. Today's video is actually going to be a part 2 to how to flip and chop samples in Logic Pro 10. So first video, I pretty much just walked you through what the quick sampler is. If you're brand new, basically you would create a software instrument track. Under instrument, you're going to scroll down midway to quick sampler. Okay, don't just do sampler, do quick sampler. Stereo, push create. Again, for those who are new, this is the quick sampler. It's probably the easiest sampler that you could use, being that you can drag and drop samples from anywhere on your computer. Even if it's something in the workspace window, you can drag and drop here. Even if it's something like, say, an Apple Loops, you can drag and drop these into that. All right, you can go to your computer and find files there and drag and drop. Okay, and I just talked about the different modes here. We have classic mode, one-shot mode, and slice. All right, and this is gonna be where you can chop up your samples and different things like that. We're gonna really be focusing in on slice, and then I'm gonna actually resample a sample that we chopped up here. So as you can see here too, these right here basically can fluctuate the sound, make it sound a little bit different. Just kind of like some pitches. You can pitch it up or down. We got some filters on here, LFOs, stuff like that. All right, so I don't want to get too bogged down into going over all of the things. If you need that video, man, just go ahead and find part 1 on my channel. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's go ahead and jump into part 2. Again, like what I said, I really want to chop a sample and then resample it, and just kind of show you that whole process in here, what you can do. Now, I've been on Splice, and listening to some of these different melodies. So let's just check out one of them. All right, so I like that. It has a lot of soul to a lot of vibes that you can, come up with this. So literally, all I had to do is after I downloaded it, I could just take it and literally just drag it and drop it in here. And I'm gonna actually go ahead and put it in original. This is gonna use the original tuning, loudness, looping, and length. So I'm gonna put that in there. And as you can see, we have the different modes here. We have the classic mode, which is really one of my favorite modes to work in, simply just because I can come over here to different transient high points and low points and just come right in and get exactly where I want in the sample. I have a little bit of control doing that. So say if I wanted to grab this little piece right here, you know what I mean? And just so you can also see what I'm doing, I'm gonna put musical typing up here. I'm using a MIDI keyboard, so for those who are wondering. Also, shameless plug, I just want to go ahead and also tell you, you can go to my website, beatmakingbasics.com. I drop a lot of different content there as well, some exclusive stuff. Got courses there. We got some loop packs and stuff there you can get, and you can get one-on-one beat making lessons. So say the videos, they're good, but you're not progressing at the speed and the rate that you would like to progress. Doing the one-on-ones with me is going to be the best option for that, because then you can get your questions answered immediately, and I can really just go in and deep dive with you one-on-one. So make sure you go to my site, beatmakingbasics.com. Check this stuff out, man. Links are in the description below. Let's keep on going now. So we got one-shot mode as well. Really, one-shots are going to be for your kicks, your snares, things like that. Things that you can hit the piano once and it has to play it all the way through. But for a sample like this, unless you want to just take like a one little note here, I would kind of stay out of the one-shot mode, because unless you're doing one-shots, like little things like that. But if you get to play in a whole piece, it can kind of get daunting messing with that. So I stay away from the one-shot mode unless it's for drums. But let's just look at this slice mode here, okay? So slice mode, as you can see, once you click that, it's automatically gonna slice up your sample, and it actually goes ahead and actually maps it on your keyboard. So if you look right here, it says C1. If you look on this keyboard, it just took this, and I can hold Option and zoom in here as well, and we can see what it's doing here. We got C1. And then let's see, we got D1. So we go from C1. You can do different things like that. You got this E right here, E1. But basically, Logic's is going to automatically chop the sample up for you based on a couple of different things. So transients, that's going to be these high and low points on here. So let's turn the sensitivity down. If you zoom in here, a transient basically is these little peaks right here in wave files. See that little peak right there at the top? That's a transient. And so what it could do is by, you could use the transients as a way to tell, hey, where the sample is, the peak of the sample is, or right where it's about to start based on those transients. And so that's pretty much what Logic Pro 10 is going to do when you select this mode. You can do beat divisions, equal divisions, and manual, where I can actually come in and make my own, points. So let's just say if we want to go ahead and take the sensitivity back up again, as you can see, we'll zoom back out in here. It's going to each transient, okay, the highest peaking one, and it's just breaking it up. If I want to swap it from transient to beat divisions, as you can see, it's like equally split up here based on like your beats per minute and stuff. Then they got equal divisions, which it makes it a little bit longer. But for me personally, I kind of like just doing the manual approach. Okay, as you can see here, you have this tall line with the plus right there. That's going to basically be points where I can come over here and go ahead and chop this up. Other things I want to I want you to keep in mind is you want to always turn on this follow tempo mode. If you want it to be chopped at a certain tempo, we have 120 over here. And let me see here. Let me just come. And that's one thing about slice mode. It's actually kind of a combination of classic in one shot, and then you can also chop it up. So like if I play C1, it's gonna do basically a one shot of C1 all the way to the next marker. Okay, so if I have it from here to here, it's gonna play as long as I have that to the next point. Another thing I want to keep or tell y'all about is the starting key. You can have this start on any of these notes if you want. It doesn't have to be C1. You can make it start at C2 or even C3. So wherever you are on your keyboard. So now it's going to start and play this note here. Now another thing that's going to be cool is if you look over here where it says chromatic. Basically chromatic just means that it's going to map everything out based on all of the notes on the keyboard. So it's not going to just be the white keys or just the black keys. It's going to be the white and the black keys. So that's chromatic. All right. Now, let me see here. And also you have the option to go ahead and put it on the white keys or the black keys. So if I wanted to put it on all the white keys, I'm just going to do two of these here. As you can see, it says C3. D3 and E. So if I go over to C3, I can't play any of these black notes because it's only on the white note. You know what I'm saying? So vice versa. If you like playing the black keys a lot, it's on C sharp. I can't play any of these because it's not on there. So just kind of however you want to do it. You can put the gate plugin on there. You can play it in the end. You can speed it up. So it's too sped up for it to even really play. But yeah, man. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, obviously you saw how you make the little points, but how do you delete it? You just right click on it, and then you can delete any of the markers just like that. Just right clicking on it, it's gonna say delete. So let's go ahead and chop this up a little bit here. First things first, say if I want to get a certain section, I can still come in here and just really fine tune where I want to start chopping this up just like this. And then I can come in here and zoom by holding down option and then zooming in. And then I can find where I want this. Now I don't want it to be on the black keys. I want it to be, let's just put it on all the white keys, okay? We can have it starting at C3, that's cool. And basically I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some markers around here, and what I'll have to do is see later if these need to be moved around or whatever. So I'm just gonna put them like that. Bet. So now I have C3 is gonna be this long note. So that's kind of hard for like a sample or chop. Let's go ahead and go D3. So I might take that one out of here. So I can take one of these out here as well. So just for demonstration purposes, man, I'm not going to go through the whole sample. We're just going to, cook up with something like this right here. So you can just keep moving it around till you find exactly what you need. You can use Option to zoom in, and you can get it like I said at the beginning of these transients. You want to look at these peaks in the audio, see where the beginning of the sample is. Where is that? A3. This helps like when you take it really to the beginning of that transient, like so. That's G. Okay. And really just taking the time to do this legwork at the beginning is going to save you a lot of time, because then when you're ready to go ahead and chop it up or replay this, it's going to make it make sense. And let's see, E. And C. All right, bet. So pretty much we're ready to go. So cool, we got a couple things going here. You can also take this and pitch it. So I think we're just going to go ahead and work on that. So basically, once you bring everything into the quick sampler, it acts just as MIDI. So you can come in here, either draw the notes in or play them in, just like how you saw me doing with the keyboard here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just play it in, and then I can move the MIDI notes around here. Let's get it going. And again, I can come over here and move this to whatever tempo I want. I can even turn this on. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and lay it down. All right, that's what we could do for this first part. Basically, I can come in here again. This just is basically MIDI at this point. I can click over here, push Command A to highlight everything, and then move this over here as so. And then the cool thing is, since it's at MIDI now, I can move different notes around. So say if I didn't mean to push play on certain stuff. And then same rules apply on this. I can actually come in here and we can do different things as far as like adding a swing to it or whatever. So I can, do that. I can come over here as well, and I can come over and add like different effects on here. So say if you want to add a vinyl effect, vinyl is a free plugin by Isotope. At least it's free at the time of this video, but you can get it and put that on there. Turn this wear tail down some, this dust down, turn that warp up. And so you can also come over here and maybe add some type of reverb to this. So obviously we have the all famous Valhalla room we can put on this. I'm turning this down some like so. Come over here, let's go. So at this point, I feel like the sample is decent, and we can come over here and actually resample it if we want to. And the cool thing about the quick sampler and within Logic Pro 10, literally you can just drag and drop anything within the workspace window and put it right over here in this gray area. So let's do that real quick. So you can put it in a lot of different places, but we're gonna go with quick sampler and go with original. And now what we just did is we resampled the sample that we just chopped up. So I can either go in classic mode, and with classic mode, it's already mapped towards the to the piano here. I can play it in any, on any of these different notes. Make sure you have follow tempo on. Another cool thing that you could do in classic mode is actually reverse this. So click right here and reverse it. Doesn't really necessarily sound that good on this one, but you get the point. So let's just go ahead and find like a good pitch for this. I'm gonna undo the reverse. So what's that, A? And you saw right here in this area, the sample was a little bit off a little bit. You can always come back to your original, right? And if you need to, add changes. So I can come over here and make sure these things are chopped up in the right place and go from there, you know what I mean? So it helps to be able to have this original one there. For demonstration purposes though, we're gonna just leave everything as is. And I'm just gonna show you quickly how you can also add drums to this. So what I can do is just go ahead and repeat the process. Click a software instrument track. I want to select quick sampler and create. And from here, what we're gonna do is we'll be in one shot mode and we can drag and drop some drums into this. So now I can come over here to splice, excuse me, and I can say maybe lo-fi drums. And we can just grab different things here. So depending on the version of splice that you have, whether it be the older version or the revamped version, you still should be able to come through here and select different stuff to stay organized and everything like that. But let's just do this. We'll go ahead and click on lo-fi hip hop, and we should have a lot of stuff pull up right here. Or actually drums, my bad. Let's just pull up some drums. So yeah, as you can see, we have the snare. So I'm gonna grab this clap. So basically I'll just drag it and drop it right in here. And now it's in one shot mode. So literally I can just go up and down the piano and it's ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and lay this down as just a basic clap. Let's say we needed to add like a kick now. Same process here, go to one shot mode, come back over here, and now we can look for the kicks in this. So, category, see a kick. Let's drag that in there. And for those who are new, all I'm doing to record is pushing the letter R on my keyboard. So now this is a little bit of a softer kick. We might want to turn it up, but honestly, I need to get something in that's going to hit harder than that. So that might punch to the mix a little bit better. This sample's real muddy, so that might punch to the mix a little better. And keep in mind, you can amp up this sample right in here. Turn that up like that. Now, of course, you're gonna, run into the issues sometimes. But say you get a sample that's playing a little too soft, you know what I'm saying? That's what you can do. Again, we have our original sample right here, so I can always come over here and change little notes around and stuff. And also say if it's too much reverb, I can change that as well. I think that actually the reverb was kind of making the notes just a little longer than what they needed to be, kind of like going into the next one. But anyway, I'm gonna just resample this bad boy like that, and we're back. You feel me? So you can do all types of things. I can re-chop this if I really wanted to. Turn down the sensitivity. You come over here and re-chop this if I wanted to. But that's not what I'm gonna do. We're gonna stay with classic mode here turn on this follow tempo, and then we'll find a good key again. So let's kind of play around with that. This is be like maybe a part during the verse or something. So that's not what I really wanted to do at first, but let's do it again. That wasn't what I wanted to do either. And as you can see, I chopped the sample, then resampled it, and then I'm chopping it and playing around with it a little bit more. And that's how you can do that in Logic Pro 10, man. You could also, just double this up like that, push Command D, and now I have an exact replica of not this, but what's in the sampler, okay? And I can just come over here and play it all the way through. Come over here, do like that. Then I can come over here, double it up again, hold down Option, drag this down. Once in here, highlight that. I can hold down Option again and Shift. Take this up a whole octave. So basically, as you see it, we're cooking up here. Say if you have a whole loop here and you want to just grab one of the sounds, you can put it in one shot mode and then just take these little end notes or end marker notes and just drag it, say anywhere in here. So I can take it over here, grab this guy, but just again, you want to make sure you're at the beginning of where that sample starts. You can know it by zooming all the way in. And if you need to, you can get all the way where the transients are or right before they start for that sample, okay? So now I got a that part we created before, we can throw that in there. You can come over here and keep on messing with the sample, manipulating it however you want to. Like I said, you can reverse it. You can even resample that. And say if you grab the wrong part or you want to move it around, you just can quantize it and, you know, do the force legato. And then if you actually right click it, you can bounce it to place. It's another way you can create the audio. And I can come in here and can move certain parts around here. So I can chop it up like this, push Command T to chop it, and I can move these bad boys around some. And we can join it by pushing Command J, and then I can literally come in and resample that as well. And you can just keep doing this process of sampling, resampling till you find the exact mix of that what you want. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much feel like I gave y'all all the sauce that you need to be able to chop samples, flip samples, you know what I'm saying, resample, and do a whole lot of other things when it comes to sampling within Logic Pro 10. If you like the video, please make sure you smash that like button. Also leave me a comment, let me know, you know, what you want to hear next or what you thought about the video, different things like that. And also make sure you go to my site, Beat Making Basics, if you need a deeper dive into a lot of these different, you know, concepts when it comes to beat making. Man, I got a simple format to break down everything, especially if you're a beginner on how to make beats, and then also specifically how to make beats in Logic Pro 10. Keep in mind, we also have loop packs. I'm gonna be dropping some templates on here pretty soon. And right now, for sure, right now we're going with our one-on-ones, okay? So you want to get these one-on-ones, man, because I'm telling you, I'm really helping level up producers who are needing me to, you know, show them the ins and outs of what they're doing right or wrong in their beats. to take them up to the next level, making beats sound more professional. So go to the site, beatmakingbasics.com, man. Can't wait to see y'all in the next video. Appreciate you.